In the dead of night, under the sterile glow of emergency room lights, tech mogul Alexander Voss lay broken on a gurney, his empire crumbling faster than his shattered body. One moment, he was the untouchable billionaire CEO of Vostech, the company that revolutionized AI-driven logistics and made him a household name. The next, a reckless drive through pouring rain, fueled by exhaustion and a cocktail of boardroom betrayals, sent his luxury sports car spinning off a cliff. Headlines screamed, "Billionaire crashes and burns overnight," but no one knew the real inferno raging inside him, a life of isolation, where success had cost him everything human. As doctors stabilized his fractures and internal bleeding, Alex's phone buzzed endlessly with notifications, stock plummeting 80%, investors fleeing, his so-called friends vanishing like smoke. He was alone, utterly alone, staring at the ceiling, wondering if this was the end. But fate had a twist waiting in the shadows, one that would redefine redemption. Stick around, folks, this story of downfall and unlikely heroism will hit you right in the feels. If it moves you, smash that like button and subscribe for more tales that prove miracles happen when we least expect them. Alex Voss wasn't born with a silver spoon. He clawed his way up from a modest suburban upbringing, coding in his garage while his peers partied. By 35, he'd built Vostech into a $50 billion behemoth, employing thousands and disrupting industries worldwide. But success came at a price. His marriage dissolved in a bitter divorce 5 years ago, his ex-wife citing his endless work hours as the killer. Their daughter, Mia, now 12, barely spoke to him, living with her mom across the country. Alex drowned the guilt in deals and acquisitions, surrounding himself with yes-men who fed his ego but never his soul. That fateful night, after a heated board meeting where rivals leaked proprietary tech secrets, Alex stormed out, got behind the wheel, and pushed the accelerator too far. The crash wasn't just physical, it was the collapse of his carefully constructed facade. Waking up in the hospital, bandaged and hooked to machines, he learned the board was ousting him. His net worth evaporated overnight, lawsuits loomed, and the media painted him as a reckless tyrant. Despair clawed at him. How had he fallen so far, so fast? Enter Marcus Hale, the night shift janitor at St. Mary's Hospital. At 42, Marcus was the epitome of quiet struggle. A single dad to his 8-year-old son, Tommy, after losing his wife to cancer 3 years prior. Bills piled up like autumn leaves, rent, medical debts from her treatments, Tommy's school supplies. Marcus worked 2 jobs, days at a warehouse, nights mopping floors here, but it was never enough. He drove a beat-up '98 Honda that coughed more than it ran, and dinners were often ramen with a side of dreams deferred. Yet Marcus carried a warmth that lit up rooms, humming old soul tunes as he cleaned, always ready with a kind word for patients or staff. Tommy was his world, a bright kid with a passion for tinkering with gadgets, much like Marcus had been before life ground him down. That night, as Marcus pushed his cart down the VIP wing, he overheard the nurses whispering about the fallen king in room 407. Curiosity piqued, he peeked in during his rounds. Alex, groggy from painkillers, mistook Marcus for a doctor at first. "Who the hell are you?" he growled, his voice laced with entitlement. Marcus paused, mop in hand, and smiled softly. "Just the guy who keeps this place from looking like a war zone. Name's Marcus. You okay, man? Looks like you took a hell of a tumble." Something in Marcus's genuine concern cracked Alex's armor. For the first time in years, someone wasn't pitching a deal or kissing up, they were just there. Alex spilled it all, the crash, the betrayal, the empire in ruins. "I've got nothing left," he muttered, tears stinging his eyes. Marcus listened, nodding, as he wiped down the counters. He didn't judge, he'd seen rock bottom himself. "Life's got a way of stripping you bare," Marcus said quietly. "Lost my wife to cancer. Raised our boy alone. Broke as a joke, but Tommy? He's my everything. Teaches me that fixing things ain't always about money, it's about heart." As the hours ticked by, Marcus shared stories of his own hardships. How he'd once dreamed of being an engineer, inventing gadgets to make life easier, but dropped out of college when his parents fell ill. Now, he tinkered in his spare time, building simple robots with Tommy from scrap parts. Alex, intrigued despite his pain, asked about one invention, a prototype app Marcus had coded on a borrowed laptop to optimize hospital cleaning routes, saving time and reducing waste. It was rudimentary, but brilliant in its simplicity. Why not sell it? Alex pressed. Marcus shrugged. Ain't got the connections. Besides, it's just a hobby. But as Alex described Vostek as crumbling logistics AI, a light bulb flickered. The company's core software had a fatal flaw exposed by the leak, inefficient routing algorithms that bled millions in inefficiencies. Marcus's app, scaled up, could patch it in seconds. The next morning, with Alex's encouragement, and a borrowed hospital tablet, Marcus demoed his code. It was clunky, written in basic Python, but the logic was flawless. Alex's eyes widened. This could fix everything. He called his one loyal assistant, barking orders to integrate Marcus's algorithm into the Vostek system. Skeptical at first, the team ran simulations. In under 30 seconds, the patch deployed, stabilizing the AI, halting the stock freefall, and restoring investor confidence. Headlines shifted: miracle turnaround at Vostek, janitor's genius saves billionaire's empire. The board backed off, lawsuits dropped as the tech proved unbreakable. Alex was back, but transformed. But the real magic wasn't in the code, it was in the bond forming between two broken men. Marcus refused payment at first, but Alex insisted on a partnership. "You're not just a janitor, you're a damn genius," Alex said. Vostek hired Marcus as lead innovator, with a salary that cleared his debts overnight. Tommy got scholarships, toys, and a dad who could finally breathe. Alex, in turn, learned humility. He flew Mia out for visits, mending fences with genuine apologies and time, real time, not boardroom excuses. Marcus became his confidant, reminding him that wealth without connection is poverty in disguise. Challenges mounted, of course. Media scrutiny hounded Marcus, calling him a lucky fluke. Jealous colleagues at Vostek tried to undermine him, spreading rumors that Alex was desperate. Tommy faced bullies at school, kids mocking his janitor dad turned hero. And Alex battled his own demons, physical therapy for his injuries, therapy for his soul, fighting the urge to revert to his cutthroat ways. One pivotal night, as Vostek teetered on another edge from a competitor's sabotage, Marcus and Alex worked side by side in the office. Tommy tagged along, his small hands helping debug code. When the fix clicked, saving the day again, Alex broke down. "I was empty before you, Marcus. You didn't just fix my company, you fixed me." Resolution came in waves. Marcus's inventions boomed, turning Vostek green and efficient, creating jobs in underserved communities. Alex restructured the company with employee wellness at its core, inspired by Marcus's struggles. He funded cancer research in memory of Marcus's wife, and mentored single parents like him. Mia and Tommy became like siblings, their laughter filling Alex's once sterile mansion. The two men co-authored a book, From Mop to Boardroom, donating proceeds to education funds. Years later, at a TED Talk, Alex stood beside Marcus, the spotlight shared. "I crashed and burned because I forgot what matters," Alex said, voice cracking. "But a man with nothing gave me everything. It's not about billions, it's about the seconds we spend lifting each other up." The audience erupted, but the real win was in their eyes, two friends, forged in fire. This tale reminds us that heroes wear coveralls as often as suits, and redemption hides in the humblest places. If this story touched your heart, like it did mine, hit that like button to spread the inspiration, and subscribe for more real-life miracles that prove anyone can change the world in seconds. What's your takeaway? Drop it in the comments below. Until next time, keep believing in the unexpected.